Atlanta's #1 radio stations, Swanky 93.3 and The Heat 94.6. Radio stations has you covered.
Let's get turned up in the radio station. Let's amp up with K.L.P.
From our studios to our newsroom at K.L.P. Entertainment. Listen on all major audio platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audacity, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and more.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls indeed, welcome back to another exciting episode. This is Amp Up with your host, K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas. Sorry I'm a little late, guys. We had to get things set up. We were in a new studio. By the way, we are doing a video version of this show. New studio, new setup, new stuff here at Swanky Studios. That's part of why we were late. And also, getting off work a little later than anticipated. And, I had some other things that came up real quick that I had to needed my dire attention. But we're here. It's about 8 o'clock at night. I'm still gonna perform and give y'all a great show. Shout out to all of my fan base out there on AMP if you're listening live right now on AMP, and for all of our people that listens on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. We are filming a video recorded segment as well. It feels so good to be back in front of the camera too, T. It's been a minute. It's been a while since I've been in front of a camera in the studio doing video versions of our podcast, if you will. It's been a second, but it's good to be back. It feels so good to be back in the studio to give y'all another exciting show. We just played, and we're not going to waste no time here because I do want this podcast to not be so long, right? We're thinking about, a good 20 minutes for this. I came with this episode with one goal in mind, and the reason why I'm saying this too, because I just want to talk about one thing that got everybody excited. And I have to be mindful because my cameras that are here in the studio, they haven't been charged. We've been moving things around and I haven't charged anything. So we're working on almost a dead battery. So I thought it was very fitting. And I had one goal to talk about on this episode. Every YouTuber has been doing it. And I think it was appropriate as we're, YouTubers T. We're podcasters. We're radio show hosts. I wanted to talk about my predictions. I want to talk about my predictions for the PlayStation Showcase. Now, I guess you guys could call this kind of promotions, if you will, because I will be doing a live press show conference panel here in the studio. If you guys may not know what I'm talking about, T, but I've done talk shows before where we have the setup, the stage, the lighting, me wearing a suit. I've done it in many shows. I've done it last summer around this time. It was called K.L.P. in the Morning, where we were at a studio setup. Same thing. We're still doing the studio setup for sure. I'm going to be wearing a suit next Wednesday night. I'm going to watch the showcase at 4, and then later on that night we're going to hop into the studio with my outfit in mind, the setup, the stage. I've tweeted it on Twitter and Instagrammed it and Facebook. It's going to be a great show to kind of give you guys my full impressions of the showcase. The showcase is so important. It really is important. And now, if you guys don't know this about me, I don't play favorites when it comes down to consoles, right? I like both, whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. I have all three. I like all three. I don't have a specific favorite when it comes down to what console, what most anticipated game I'm worried for. Do I ride for the PlayStations? Do I ride for the Xbox? I'm very neutral when it comes down to this, but I'm super excited about this PlayStation Showcase next Wednesday, May 24th. We're on the East Coast. We're based here in Atlanta, so we're on the East Coast. We're going to see it at 4. I'm excited. I'm super duper excited simply because there's some highly anticipated games that we all kind of knew about and were ready about. we kind of heard about it. We're ready to see the end all be all of gaming this year. Um, there are some games that we're going to see. There's some games that we're not going to see. That's just one of the things that we're that's how it is, you know. And it was very fitting that we played the instrumental of "A Blood Upon the Snow." Now, if you guys are listening on the Spotify version of the podcast, you guys are going to be able to hear the lyric song, right? I had to play the instrumentals for AMP because they didn't have the lyric version on AMP. And then if you're watching the video version of it, obviously for YouTube, I cannot put the music on a YouTube show for copyright reasons. So hopefully you guys understood that. But yeah, PlayStation Showcase next week, next Wednesday, May 24th. I'm super excited. I'm ready. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. Here are my predictions of what I'm expecting, if you will, for the PlayStation Showcase next week. Now, we've got Spider-Man 2, right? You know, the game is set to be released this fall. Some people have rumored for it to be released in September. Now, you got to think, if it is September, that's very highly anticipated because now we're in May, halfway done with May, June, July, August. It's 4 months. 4 months we have to wait for the game. If it comes out in September, they might do a switcheroo and say December, winter season, Christmas season. You know, we might be able to see that on December. We're not too sure of what we're going to see the release date when it comes down to the Spider-Man 2. I'm very excited because I did back in 2018. I did buy Spider-Man when it came out in 2018, obviously. In 2021, I did pick up the Miles Morales expansion game, if you will, for PlayStation 5. Well, so I picked it up for PlayStation 4, and then I got a PlayStation 5. And then it came with a free upgrade. I just bought the $10 upgrade for the Spider-Man remaster game that I'm playing on currently. Going to play that this weekend just to kind of get hyped for it. Now, Spider-Man 2 is on its way. I'm so excited to see what are they going to do. What are some different things that they're going to add? What are some different mechanics? Or, you know, how are we going to go back and forth between Miles Morales and Peter Parker as Spider-Man? I do think that we're going to see this game this fall, because you guys got to remember June 2nd, Spider-Man Across from the Spider-Verse, if I got that name right, that movie comes out to theaters, right? So it's a good marketing plan when it comes down to it, because now it's getting fans excited for the game because of this movie, this new Sony animated movie that's getting ready to come out in June. It's on its way. So I am very looking forward into Spider-Man 2. I cannot wait to see our official final release date of the game, if you will. I'm super excited. Of course, I'm going to get it day one. If it comes out in September, well, darn it, I'm getting Spider-Man 2 in September, right? It kind of makes sense, because if you remember, Spider-Man, the first game, I want to say it came out around fall time back in 2018. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it came out, right? It came out. I'm super duper excited for that game as well. We did get some announcement of Mortal Kombat 1. We kind of already saw, they kind of just released it today. So we're probably going to see a little bit more gameplay with that at the press conference. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't show that out there. I would love to see Sly Cooper. I know, I doubt it. We're probably not going to see a Sly Cooper game, but it would be really, really cool if we got to see a Spider-Man, a Sly Cooper, either a remaster or Sly 5. Honestly, I want to see developments of Sly 5, right? It hasn't been announced. No one has been talking about Sly 5, but I think this would be a moment when we get to see Sly in some sort of form. Again, whether it's a remaster, right? Because if they do, think about it, if they do a remaster version of Sly 1, 2, and 3, maybe 4, these in time, they know they're going to make money because people are going to pay this out. If you're able to have this game remastered, right? Have it remastered 60 frames per second for PlayStation, obviously, PlayStation 5, they can be in their bag, right? They will be in their bag for sure if they're happening to go that route. they might surprise people. Now, if we see some sort of glimpses, I doubt it, but let's think hypothetical here, folks. If they did a Sly remaster and they surprised us and we saw it at the conference, I think a lot of people will appreciate it. They would even be more appreciative if, let's say, we see a remaster of the Sly 1 through 4 collection, if you will, and they do kind of a teaser, say, hey, the next Sly 5 game is coming soon. We just need a lot of time to work on it, but it's in pre-development. It's in talks of getting development. I know, I doubt it. I might be going far-fetched with it because we haven't seen anything about it. But I would love to see Sly. Now, if you think about Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper and Bentley, thinking as the duo though. But if you think about those three mascots, again, that's Jack, Ratchet, and Sly. I'm a huge Sly fan out of the three. Now, I've been recently I just got into Ratchet. Obviously, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, amazing game for PlayStation 5. If you guys haven't picked that game up by now, you should have. I'm sure they're on sale right now. The game's on sale for $30 right now. If you haven't played Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I really recommend it. But I've always been a Sly fan. And it makes me sad when companies don't use all their IPs, because when a company doesn't use all their IPs, then it's just there, it's floating around. Nobody wants to use their IP because it costs money to use IP. It do. So again, I would love to see a new Sly game. I doubt it. It's far-fetched. I don't think we're going to see that at this show. Yay, we're back up for the camera version. Ooh, the things I do for YouTube. So like I'm saying, with Sly, we're probably not gonna see a new Sly game, right? Where we won't. Ghost of Tsushima, amazing game, by the way. If you guys haven't played it, I recommend you guys playing Ghost of Tsushima, the first one. I would recommend for all of you the gamers out there who haven't played that game, pick up the director's cut, because now with the director's cut it comes with a little bit more, 60 frames per second. The enriched technology for PlayStation 5. I might even re-download. So I beat Ghost of Tsushima twice. I had to delete because I haven't upgraded my SSD for PlayStation 5. I know a lot of gamers have. I haven't. That costs money. I had other projects to invest in, but I might re-download that game and play it this weekend, simply because it's just to get excited for the press conference. Will we see a Ghost of Tsushima 2 from the press conference? May 24th, Wednesday. Will we see that? I think we might see something when it comes to Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot, because guys, you have to remember, Ghost of Tsushima came out, I want to say in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. So it's very interesting if we get to see 3 years later a sequel to this game. Do I want a sequel to this game? Absolutely. I do, because it's a marketing tactic. Now, I'm going to explain it because I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. So I don't know what these video game developers and companies and publishers are thinking. I don't work for any of them. I would love to, but I don't work for any of them. But as a marketing perspective, I definitely would want to see a game sequel if you have a film that's in the works. So if you guys don't know, Ghost of Tsushima has been greenlit to make a movie, right? Ghost of Tsushima will be getting a movie. We don't know the aspects of this movie quite just yet, or maybe we will from the press conference, right? If we don't see Ghost of Tsushima 2, we might see a early look of the film that's being developed, right? Very excited, because PlayStation is onto something when it comes to their films. Now, I did see the Uncharted movie, which was it was okay. It could have been better, but they tried something there. Gran Turismo is getting a movie. I'm like, on that one, because I'm not really, I love Gran Turismo, but I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm feeling the movie, right? Ghost of Tsushima, they're getting a movie. We might see more. We might see more of Ghost of Tsushima when it comes down to the movie aspect of it. Now, again, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima 2 I don't know. We don't know what to expect. We're probably going to see a little bit more indie type of video games when it comes down to it. Um, Street Fighter 6, we're probably going to see a little bit more with Street Fighter 6, obviously. Um, I think this showcase is going to be big because it did say that the showcase is going to be over an hour long. So when it comes down to a press conference being over an hour long, they have a lot to kind of show. Now, they say in a tweet they said, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. Of course, this is coming from the senior director of Sony Interactive Entertainment, Sid Schumann. It's almost time to see what's next. PlayStation Showcase broadcast live next Wednesday, May 24th, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be 4 p.m. Eastern time for us, 9 p.m. for British time if you're in British, if you're in the United Kingdom. The show will run over an hour long, focusing on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR titles. I feel bad for the PlayStation VR. I know a lot of people kind of put down the PlayStation VR. Obviously, I don't have a PlayStation VR headset. Honestly, the PlayStation VR is about $600 to $700. I don't see a smart investment for us at K.L.P Entertainment to pick a VR headset up for a review. With our entertainment company, we are still small, so we're not a big time YouTuber that gets things for free. So I don't see the benefit of us picking that system up for an attachment for my PlayStation 5. It's $600. Look, I'm an adult. There's other things I want to put my money into. In development of top studios from around the world. I expect a glimpse of several new creations for PlayStation Studios. I cannot wait, and I'm underlining that, T, simply because new creations. So I think it's time for us to see something new. I think it's time, besides the big titles, right? Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, those type of big titles are great, but I also want to see what the indie people are working on, right? Because I dabble into indie games as of late. You know, you've had so many great indie games. You had Sifu, even though that's not really a PlayStation exclusive, but you had Sifu, right? You had Stray, Game Award winner, Stray, and that's an independent development. I want to see things from Ben Studios, right? They've developed some great stuff. I want to see stuff from Haven. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something from Bungie, right? Bungie was acquired by PlayStation as well, so I would want to see something from those type of not small, because they're not so small, but they're kind of small in comparison to, let's say, Insomniac Games and Naughty Dog, right? Those are the type of studios that they're semi-small, and I want to see what they're working on, right? And they also said spellbinding games for our third-party partners and indie creators. So it's exciting. Those are the things I want to see. Those are my predictions. I'm excited, right? I would love to see more of Black Myth Wukong. I think I potted about that game. That game is highly anticipated. It did get delayed back into summer 2024. So it's like now we have to wait almost over a year for that game to get released. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see anything from that game per se, simply because it's been pushed back to 2024. I don't think we're going to see anything when it comes down to that. Death Stranding 2 with Kojima, that's an interesting case. I think we're going to see more of the Death Stranding 2, right? Because Death Stranding 2 did get announced at the Game Awards. And it was more of a cinematic type of thing. And that's another thing too. And I'm kind of looping this into when it comes to Spider-Man, because I'm sure Spider-Man's going to get a release date from the showcase. I would not want to see any form of cinematic things from game developers, simply because with cinematics, I'm not going to say it's easy to make cinematics, because obviously I'm a film director. T, you're a film director. We saw Grant Apollo, our latest movie, Faster That movie's whew. We're all filmmakers in this industry, so I'm not going to sit here and say on the show that it's easy to make a cinematic cut. I just don't want to see a cinematic cut from any game from the showcase, simply because anybody could dumb up, not dumb, but anybody can create a cinematic thing that you won't really see in a video game. Cinematics, when it comes to video games, and make the cinematics to get you aroused from what's to come. I want to see actual gameplay from these developments, right? Last time we saw a showcase or a semi showcase from Sony, we've only saw, and I keep hitting the mic, I did it again. We only saw cinematics, right? A lot of people thinking that we're going to see something from the new Insomniac game Wolverine. I doubt it. I really, really doubt we're going to see anything from Wolverine. I honestly think what they're going to do with Wolverine, another highly anticipated game now, we're probably not going to see anything from Wolverine until next year. Because you got to think about it. Deadpool 3 comes out next year, right? You've got Hugh Jackman. He's reprising his role as Logan in Deadpool. Sony and Marvel, this is my prediction, guys. I think they're going to hold Wolverine off until next year. Because you got Hugh Jackman. He's coming back as Logan in Deadpool 3. It's been confirmed, right? Marvel's going to say, hey, you've got this IP of ours. Let's have Hugh Jackman next year promote the living crap out of the Wolverine game. Because he is Wolverine. Right? When they make smart and when they make do, if next year when big promotion comes out with Deadpool 3, another highly anticipated film that's probably going to make millions, right? Okay, Hugh, we need you to be the anchorman of Wolverine, the video game for PlayStation. We need you to be our guy. And I'm sure Hugh Jackman's going to say, hey, you paying me, right? Absolutely, I'll do it. Right? We have to think strategically about this. As a business concept, I think that's what Insomniac, Marvel, and PlayStation, they're going to hold Wolverine now. Now, if we get gameplay of Wolverine from the press conference next Wednesday, that might be surprising to me. Right? That's going to be surprising to me. I doubt we're going to see anything from Wolverine, though. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Only time can tell, though. Right? But I don't think we're going to see anything from Wolverine from this press conference. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think we're going to see it. Because Deadpool comes out next year. They're going to hold it off to next year. Right? And honestly, I say this. I would rather wait for a video game so that way they can perfect the video game. Because again, gaming is premium. Right? I have a feeling that in 2026, gaming is going to be $80. God forbid, but like gaming is premium. So we're probably not going to see anything from them until next year, right? So they can really work down. Now that's Insomniac Games. Now they got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. They got Spider-Man 2, right? They're working. They're getting to the bag right now. They are. So those are my predictions for the press conference. Those are my predictions of what I like to see. The Last of Us factions. I played Last of Us 1. I haven't played the second one. I probably will pick up Last of Us Part 2 when it comes on sale. That game is $60 right now, and that's not really my. I love Last of Us. Don't get me wrong, but I just haven't had that cup of tea for Last of Us, the video games, as of late. I love the show on HBO, but I just haven't been really into it. But we're probably going to see something with the faction expansion pack of Last of Us, or maybe, right? Maybe Naughty Dog. Maybe they're working on a new title. Again, guys, this showcase, we don't know. We don't know what we're gonna get. So those are my predictions. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned. I want to say our panel show we're going to upload on Thursday because the press conference is on Wednesday, and we have to be in the studio. We have to shoot for it. We have to film it. our press show. So when our conference show is done and edited Wednesday night, we're probably going to upload on Thursday, kind of like an aftermath, let things simmer, and to give y'all a great show, because it's going to take us some time to get that show type of edit. It's a big show for us again, so stay tuned next week. It's going to be part of the K.L.P Double Take show. It's not a new show. It's not a new show for K.L.P Entertainment. It's not K.L.P Aftermath. It's not the Beyond Swanky podcast from us. It's the K.L.P Double Take press show. We're going to be wearing a spiffy shoot. We're going to be in our new talk show stage, and it's going to be really, really fun to film. So stay tuned for us over here at K.L.P Entertainment. So that's going to wrap it up here. Amp Up with K.L.P. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below for all my people that's listening to Spotify, Heart Media, Heart Radio, YouTube. Comment below. Let me know, what are you guys' predictions for the PlayStation Showcase? I definitely want to hear from you guys as well. So that's going to wrap it up here, but we're going to play some music here on the Amp show as well. For everybody else, thank you so very much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next episode. Again, stay swanky, stay safe. Peace.
Atlanta's #1 radio stations, Swanky 93.3 and The Heat 94.6. Radio stations has you covered.
Let's get turned up in the radio station. Let's amp up with K.L.P.
From our studios to our newsroom at K.L.P Entertainment. Listen on all major audio platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audacity, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and